Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yay!
Here we are.
So, welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. We're in this nice, new, cozy place. I only had a couple rules for the band because we're pretty cozy up here, too. Number one, deodorant. Number two, breath mints or brush your teeth. Mouthwash. Oh, it's great to see you all. Wow, nearly a packed house. Wonderful. Let's get going with an opening song. A silly, wonderful, playful song. Challenge you to be as good as you are. Yes, you already are. Be as good as you are. Let's sing together.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Go ahead and shine bright as a star. Go ahead and fly higher than a rainbow in the sky. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Maybe you're a painter, a lion tamer. Maybe you're a doctor or a nurse. Maybe you fight fires or walk high wires or build big castles like Hearst. Do you pilot a plane, engineer a long train? Are you the captain of a great big boat? Do you write hit songs for the world to sing along? Or are you a farmer raising pigs and goats? Whatever you decide to do, it's special because it's you. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Go ahead and shine bright as a star. Go ahead and fly higher than a rainbow in the sky. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. There are gonna be times when you're trying to shine and somebody says, "Who, you?" Keep a smile in your heart, just remember who you are. Let your light keep shining through you. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Go ahead and shine bright as a star. Go ahead and fly higher than a rainbow in the sky. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Great job.
So fun to see your faces.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's a cozy and full house. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to this wonderful day of new beginnings here in our new spiritual home with our awesome new senior minister, Reverend Cindy Edelson. We are so incredibly grateful to have each one of you here in the room with us and all of you in our virtual community who are love streaming with us. If you are love streaming, please make a note and tell us where you are and who you are, because we'd love to connect. My name is Linda Brewer. I'm so grateful to be your service host on this very special morning. Our practitioners this morning are Selena Baugh, who will do our reading and lead us in prayer, and Katie Hernandez, who is holding high watch in a little tiny space in the back of the room. She will be knowing throughout this service that something blesses each one of us and that she will just be knowing the best and highest unfolds as we share this time together. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. So if you will, I invite you all to join me in saying with feeling, and as you do, think about how you are going to embody this today, our purpose statement. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. Our theme for January is Deep Roots Equal Big Visions. And Reverend Cindy's topic for today is Lessons from the Sassafras Tree. And I think she did one of these, what was I thinking? So I don't need to tell you who next week's speaker is, because for the rest of the month and almost every Sunday, it will be Reverend Cindy. So after today's service, we invite you to all please stick around. We're going to share lunch with our community, our spiritual family, and give you a chance for some one-on-one time with Reverend Cindy and with her amazing wife, Bryn. Raise your hand, Bryn, so everyone can see you.
Welcome.
So you dressed in purple, huh? I gave her some shampoo to try to turn her hair purple, but I think she got a little nervous about that. This Tuesday, January 10th, Reverend Cindy begins a 5-week class on the life visioning process. It goes from 7 to 10 p.m. It will be a Zoom class with students from our center and from the Agape Bay Area. That's right. That's where Reverend Cindy was a staff minister until we were fortunate enough to snatch her away from there and call her to be our senior minister. Reverend Cindy learned visioning from Reverend Michael Beckwith, who is the creator of visioning. So even if you've taken a visioning class before, I feel pretty sure that you're going to learn something new about visioning that we haven't heard here before. And it's such a valuable tool to allow Spirit to guide your life. So I encourage as many of you as possible, please sign up and do this class. So you can register in the lobby, or you can register online on the website at spirituallyfree.org, our website, where you can also send us an email if you want to be in contact, submit a prayer request, and learn lots more about our history and who we are now and all the wonderful people up here and that make this thing happen every Sunday morning. You can also get all the current information out in the foyer and in our weekly newsletter, so please sign up for that if you don't get that. And on Friday, January 27th from 5 to 7, our center is hosting an open house for the Greater Salt Lake community to come and meet Reverend Cindy and see our new spiritual home and be reminded that we exist as a spiritual alternative here in the Salt Lake Valley. So you're all invited to be here, and if you're part of our love streaming community who aren't here because you can't make it on Sunday mornings, this would be a great time to come and join us and see this new space and meet Reverend Cindy and all that. So we hope all of you will join us and be here to help welcome our community visitors who come. So in February, CSL is having their annual convention from the 20th through the 23rd. The business meeting is the 20th, but on the 21st through 23rd, there are a total of 35 keynote talks, workshops, meditation sessions, and music. And all of those are available for 90 days. So if you can't do it during that time, you can stream it for 90 days at whatever time works for you. And we have a couple of tickets that we're raffling off, so if you would like to go and you didn't think you could shell out all that money or you thought you just couldn't be available at that time, we hope you'll get a raffle ticket, and we'll have a drawing on February 5th, and we're giving away at least 2 tickets and maybe even 3. So please take advantage of that. All right, and don't forget you can get one of the wonderful CDs or thumb drives or downloads of the amazing new album that our band has put together. It is just awesome.
Thank you.
And those are available in the lobby. All the proceeds go to the center, and all the songs were written by Rick and Shemaine Charette, so they're just awesome. So, all right, so as I do whenever I'm up here, I remind you that the foundation of this center is prayer. We were founded on, we are grounded in prayer, and our professional prayer practitioners spent a lot of time and hours training in the art and science of affirmative prayer so that they could know the best and highest for you. So anytime that maybe you're struggling some way in your life and you would like someone who can know something better and higher for you, please either grab one of the practitioners after the service, put a prayer request in the box in the lobby, or in the body, I don't know, whatever, figure that out. Well, we did, if you'd seen this place before they fixed it up, there might have been a body somewhere, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Or you can also submit one online, and if you do that, then all of the practitioners will be uplifting you in prayer this week. You can also grab one of us and have a prayer after the service. So right now, as we prepare to be in prayer together, I invite you to settle in. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or wait to do that later. And Selena's reading and the centering music will help connect us with the God that lives within us.
Good morning. Our reading this morning is entitled A Seed Upon the Wind, and it's written by Howard Thurman. A person without God is a seed upon the wind. What a picture! A tiny living thing awaiting its moment of fulfillment, caught up in the movement of tremendous energy, is at the mercy of forces that are not responsive to its own ends. There is a grand unconscious vitality unfolding with mounting energy its impersonal purpose. In the grip of something like this, what is a tiny seed? No more than a particle of dust, a nameless nothing. Here is the abandonment of all purpose, stark helplessness without mooring or anchor. The fact that there is locked within the seed a private world of pattern and design makes no difference to the fierce velocities that sweep it on its reckless, relentless way. A person without God is a seed upon the wind. They are victims of the currents of life that carry them where they will, with a blind unmindfulness of purpose and ends, which belong to them as living, thinking, feeling creatures. It means that such a person has no sense of center. They take their clues to all meaning and values from the passing moment, the transitory event, and the immediate issue of their day. The Master speaks of this in his direct question, what would a person give in exchange for their soul? But there is a sense in which a person with God is a seed upon the wind, the person who has made primary surrender, the commitment, the yielding to God at the core of one's being. This is the one who has relaxed their will to exercise and hold firm the initiative of their own life. This does not come without exacting struggle of the soul. One by one, the outposts of one's spirits are captured, retaken, and lost again through hours, months, even years of warfare, until at last the very citadel of one's spirit is under siege, and one is subjected to utter yielding. There follows often the long silence when nothing stirs. Then, out of the quiet of one's vanquished spirit, something stirs, and a new life emerges that belongs more to God than to self. The purposes with ends that transcend the private ends, the purposes and ends of God. There is a sense in which a person with God is a seed upon the wind.
My heart is open, love moves through me. My mind is open, peace moves through me. God is the stillness deep in my mind. God is the love that beats my heart. My heart is open, love moves through me. My mind is open, peace moves through me. God is the stillness deep in my mind. God is the love that beats my heart. God is the stillness deep in my mind. God is the love that beats my heart.
From that stillness deep within my mind and heart, I recognize that one presence and power that moves in and through all of life. Every cell, every raindrop, every person, whole and complete, moving with divine right action, love, intelligence, compassion. Recognizing these truths of the divine, I know that each of us are part and parcel of that wholeness. With all those attributes moving with divine right action, intelligence, love, compassion, as we open our minds and our hearts to receive those gifts, we move them into expression easily, completely. So I claim for this day new beginnings and openings, welcoming that which is yet to be as it moves in and through, into expression through each of us, through the words of Reverend Cindy, this beautiful music, and through each of us in community, sharing and growing and loving with each other. I'm grateful for this time together this morning, for all of it. So I just released this word. It's spoken. Therefore it's done. As together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Selena. That was beautiful. So this song that I invite you to sing with us, this expresses those universal principles in our philosophy. There is one life, there is one love, there is one divine presence. I am one with God. We are one with God. Let's sing together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. I kept on looking for the answers. Were they behind some hidden door? Then I woke up one Sunday morning. It was me that I was looking for. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. So many things to be thankful for. All of this and so much more. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. I go within and talk with Spirit, trusting in the truth, nothing to fear. I wait upon that voice to answer. I see my good, my vision's clear. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God. I am one with God. I am one with God. I am one with God.
Thank you. Thanks for singing along. It's my pleasure to introduce our special music today. And what a gem I chose. I'll take credit for that. To just bring about this new beginning. This is a phenomenal songwriter and a beautiful soaring voice. She's been such a good friend to our center, and I'm so excited. She's got a new instrument. She's going to share that too. Let's give a warm welcome back to Mindy Dillard.
Hi, everybody! Yes! I have a really good feeling about this year, you guys. Don't you? Doesn't it feel good? Okay, so I brought my dragon family with me today. Oh, look, they're sitting in their seats. We talked a lot about good audience behavior before, guys. Look at them! Good job. Let's give them a round of applause. This is a good job! Yeah. Awesome. All right, they are also, so I have a really good feeling about this year musically. For me, I got new songs, new banjo. This is Frida. New name, Frida. No eyebrows, just bold art or something. I don't know. You know, my last banjo's name was Ursula, and this one's Frida. You like it? Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Well, I'm so excited to be here, and
Yeah, you know, I was thinking just as I was sitting there, just how comfortable I feel with all of you when I come here, and it's just such a special thing, and just because we've been through it. You guys took me through both of my births of my kids, through when I've been like low and high and in between, so I'm just super grateful, and yeah, my boys, they were my roadies today. They carried my merch case and my music stand, my instrument stand, and they also know how to sell my stuff. Everything's $5 for the CDs, and then some free buttons, some free stickers. I have new cards that have gold on them, kind of like the Shemaine and family's outfits today. So pick up those. Sign up for my email list if you're not already on it, because there's cool things happening. So I'm going to do a little medley for you on my new banjo, and my second song here is going to be one you can sing along with. So let's get going. You are welcome at my table. You are welcome in my home. You are free to share your story. You are not alone. You guys know this one already. Okay, let's do it again. Sing it out loud and proud and strong. You are welcome at my table. You are welcome in my home. You are free to share your story. You are not alone. Rest your body on my pillow. You can stay here as long as you need. Come on and walk me through your garden. Show me your flowers and your weeds. You are welcome at my table. You are welcome in my home. You are free to share your story. You are not alone. And it's okay if you break some china or spill red wine on that white rug. And if you cry, it doesn't mean you're weak. We all are seeking love. Come to the banquet. Come to the banquet. Come to the banquet now. You are welcome at my table. You are welcome in my home. You are free to share your story. You are not alone. Let's do it a cappella. You are welcome at my table. You are welcome in my home. You are free to share your story. You are not alone. You Thanks, everybody. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Mindy. Thank you, Mindy. Wonderful, as always. So, man, it's so great to see so many faces here today. It's really wonderful. Although I have to say, I'm a little surprised. Didn't you get that email that Reverend Cindy decided not to speak today after all? She and her wife, Bren, have been so busy, what with the move and all. She asked me to read the entire chapter of Genesis out of the Old Testament. So I think her words were, everyone needs to get used to my hellfire and brimstone way of preaching. Now, if any of you have met Reverend Cindy, you know that that's a phony story. She speaks and lives our philosophy just from her heart, and you'll find that in the coming weeks and months, even decades, as we chain her to the floor here. She, like many of us, she just happened to stumble into one of our centers, and it just resonated with her. She went on to become a practitioner, served for many years as a practitioner, and then was called to be a minister. She even, I have to look at a few notes here, because she graduated from the Michael Bernard Beckwith School of Ministry at Agape International. I'm sure many of you are familiar with that. We call it Mike's School, but you know. But after she graduated, then she did serve at the Agape Bay Area Center. So many things. The LGBTQ ministry team for Friday night services, daily prayer meditation, and this one really, of course, a staff minister, and this one that's really means a lot to me is a compassionate care ministry, which is really what we really need to be about, reaching out and giving everybody a huge hug. So, I think you'll find that Reverend Cindy will guide us. I'm not going to say lead us. She will guide us, each of us, to become the best person we possibly can be in this world, if we're willing to open our minds and open our hearts. And now, Reverend Cindy.
Wow, I have to follow that? Bren, was this you? We have a thing about bugs around here. If you hear for my candidating weekend. There's even a little bug in my office right now, but I think Robert did it. So before I jump into a talk, what I wanted to do was just really welcome you to your new center. Welcome, yes. The other place was very dark. And this place, I think we need sunglasses. But the light that is without is the light within. So it's perfect. And before we continue, I want to bless this space. So I know that Shanti was going to join me, and I'm going to have the whole congregation join me. And we're going to do a directions and elements blessing. It's going to be short but sweet. I'm going to invite you all to stand up. And here's where I'm going to make you guys work. You're going to tell me which way is east. So first, face east. All right. And when I finish this couple of sentences, everyone's going to say with me, aho. So, blessed be this gathering with the gifts of east, and air. Communication of the heart, mind, and body. Fresh beginnings with each rising of the sun. The knowledge of the growth found in sharing our hearts. Repeat after me. Aho. Now face south. Blessed be this gathering with the gifts of the south, fire, warmth of hearth and our new home, the heat of the heart's passion and wisdom. We share our light to illuminate the darkest of times. Repeat after me. Aho. Plate now face west. Blessed be this gathering with the gifts of the west, water. The lake's deep commitments, the river's swift excitement, the sea's breath of knowing and resources. Please say after me, aho. And finally, north. Blessed be this gathering with the gifts of the north and earth. This is the firm foundation on which we live and build fertile fields to enrich our lives, a stable home in which we may always return. And say after me, aho. Beautiful, thank you. You may all be seated now. Thank you, Shanti. The other thing that I wanted to do before I launched into a talk, and you'll have hopefully years and decades of talks, so I'm going to take some time to do this. I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge all of you. All of you that visioned, that worked so hard to create this new space. All of you that visioned and worked so hard to bring me into your vision. It's really remarkable. It really fills my heart just being in this room and seeing all the faces. And, you know, I'm only a second act to our beautiful band. Because I know a lot of you come here for the music. But I know that a lot of you are coming here for the fellowship, for the message, for the teachings, for each other. So I just wanted to go through a few ways that people showed up. For all of those, in fact, as I say these, I want you to stand if you were a part of what I'm saying. And you'll see this whole room standing eventually. And don't second guess yourself. If you intended for me to be here, for us to be in this beautiful, light, bright space, then I'm talking about you. All who have visioned for the perfect new senior minister and for the perfect new home for our spiritual community. Go ahead. All who held those visions until they came to fruition, including our practitioners. The search committee who persevered until we found the perfect candidate to be our new senior minister. All who were a part of planning and assisting in making a successful candidating weekend happen last October. And it was fantastic, you guys. Even the bug was perfect. All who served on the board of trustees and ministry council in our time without a senior minister, either present or in the past. All who helped in the search for finding our new facility. All who helped with packing, carrying, driving, moving, cleaning, letting go of our former home that served us so well, especially in creating our online services when COVID required us to close the doors. Yes, Raj. all who helped with unpacking, organizing, and preparing our new home for this special day. All who participated in candidating weekend and who chose me to be your new senior minister. All who have been a part of this center and served in any capacity to support this ministry so that it still exists today. Anyone. If you've ever donated, yes. All who have financially supported our center so that it might continue to share the principles and practices of Science of Mind and provide an alternative spiritual experience for the Salt Lake area, and now with our love streaming for people everywhere. And I'm talking to you people at home too. Go ahead and stand. So, if you're here because someone brought you here, I want you to stand. There we go. If you're here because a loved one invited you here, I want you to stand. If you're here because you woke up this morning and something knocked on your heart and said, go, I want you to stand. So, this room filled with beautiful hearts and souls, I welcome you to your new home. I have some names I'm going to read, and please know if there's a name missing, you are included. I know that you're already standing, and some people are still at home, so I want you to hold them in your heart. Hildreth, Teresa, Therrell, Reverend Myrna, Nancy, Teresa, Veronica, Farrell, Rob, Reverend Jan, Jim, Nancy, Gail, Donna, Amanda, Carol, Pat, Hildreth again, Therrell, Devon, Donna, Delanne, Veronica, Amanda, Rick and Charmaine, Selena, Robert, Linda, Drew, Sue, Nancy, Ruth, Shanti, Robert, Jeff, Bob, Myrna, Therrell, Donna, Layla, Cindy and Jeff, Manda, Jesse, Faye, Rory, Steve, Delanne, Leslie, Ricardo, Drew, Charmaine, Rory. You're hearing some repetitive names, right? Because these people are here serving this community. A few more. Shanti, Rick, Michael, Hildreth, Selena, Suzanne, Kevin, Nancy. It goes on and on. Jerry, Carol, Audrey, Jim, Katie, Lana, Steve, Raj, Rob, Mark. So you all know who is here lending a hand. And all of you in some way or another make Center for Spiritual Living this place that we all want to come to. So let's just give ourselves a hand. And you can sit now. How do you ladies do that when you stuff that in it? It just doesn't stay. Anyway. I thought I'd give it a try. So you heard that our theme is Deep Roots Equal Big Visions. And then my crazy talk title, Lessons of the Sassafras Tree. Well, maybe I chose that because I like to say that word sassafras. Isn't it a great word? Sassafras. So, a little information about the sassafras. And by the way, the sassafras tree on Frederica Street in Owensboro, Kentucky, is the largest known of its species in the United States and the world. It's 60 feet tall, 23 feet and 7 inches in circumference. It's believed to be 250 to 300 years old. Yeah. So let me just give you a little history and information about the sassafras tree. The fruit is eaten by deer, bears, turkeys, and all kinds of wild birds. Throughout its natural history, the roots and bark were used for a regular spring tonic. Who doesn't love root beer? I do. A Spanish physician in 1574 announced that the sassafras tree was a cure for almost every ailment. Isn't that amazing? And guess what? They still use it. They still use sassafras in all kinds of cures. They use it for urinary tract disorders, swelling, throat issues, nose and throat issues, bronchitis, high blood pressure, gout, arthritis, skin cancer, and all kinds of things. So do you think the sassafras tree, when it was born out of that seed, the seed in the wind, knew that it was here with this great and mighty purpose? No, it was just here to be a tree. So you might be saying, well, Reverend Cindy, what does that have to do with your topic? What does it have to do with the theme? I'm going to tell you. Deep roots equal big visions. So it's time to lean in. Because each one of us is divinely implanted with these gifts and talents. You might not know what it is at this moment. Or you might have been through a few different careers and thought that you had found your passion and it kind of waned, only to find something new, like in my case. I spent over 40 years in the graphic arts industry. It was a wonderful industry to be a part of. I loved it. It supports the creative side of me. And yet, there was always this knocking on my heart to follow my spiritual path. It actually started when I was very young, but when I started at Center for Spiritual Living in San Jose, California, the very first day I sat in a chair, or back then a pew, I knew this was for me. This was my path. Did I have any idea that I would be in front of all of you as your senior minister? No, I did not. But I paid attention. So every being, every tree, every animal, every sentient being is encoded with this divine purpose. Everything, everyone. Even those ones that we might judge from the outside of what were they thinking and how could they do something so evil or wrong. Everybody has their purpose. Everybody in this audience, everybody on camera at home. So, what's within, our seed within, is also without. What is in our hearts and what we are thinking and our actions and reactions is what we end up seeing on the outside. So it's very important. If you're seeing nothing but hate and war, you always want to go back to the inside. If you want a world filled with love and kindness and beauty, baby, it starts right here at home. This is where you look. Since we are conscious beings, we get to study consciousness. And the way I've studied consciousness over the years is through Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. He talks about the 4 stages of consciousness. And you're probably going to get sick of this, but I'm going to talk about this a lot from the pulpit because it's so important. The 4 stages, the first one is victim or to me. We all know that, don't we? Something happens in our life and we're like, well, why'd they do that to me? In other words, something from the outside did something that rattled your cage, right? So it's their fault. There's always someone to blame it on when you're a victim. The next stage is victor or to it. Now, this is a great place, and in a room like this, I'm sure there's people that consider themselves newbies that are getting a hold of this, and people that have been around for a while that understand this, that you start to recognize that it comes from here first, that you manifest based on what you're thinking and what you're bringing into life. So one of the first things I was really fantastic at manifesting was parking spots. I call her my parking goddess. And she still works to this day. She's awesome. I always find parking. But you realize that there's a way for you to harness the power of the universe, and you start using it. But here's the thing. One of my mentors, Reverend Joan, she says, here's the thing a lot. So she just came through. Hey, Rev Joan. When you are wanting something that you don't have, that's pushing the river. So it's not coming from a place of spirit using you, as you, through you, even when you're manifesting, which is a great place to be. And what I want to say about these stages of consciousness is, please do not beat yourself up if you bounce in between them. If you find yourself, doing something and you feel like you're being a victim about it, don't beat yourself up. Just notice it. We're aware human beings. That's what we're here to do, to be aware and awake so that we can know the power, the light, the presence that we are, that we truly are. So the next stage is through me. We start becoming that vessel for spirit to use our lives. When I said that I pay attention, that's what I'm talking about. When I get those subtle pings on my heart of where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing, oh, there's a class. Yes, I need to sign up for that. I pay attention to those things. So that is the third stage. So through me, you're open, your heart is open. You're allowing spirit to use your life. The last stage. And this is a very important stage that we're going to be talking about in the visioning class. As me. Or oneness. The experience of the divine or mystical mind. That place where we catch the vision. That place where we are living that vision. So, here's the rub. We are all capable of all 4 stages because we're humans and we have awareness. Where do you choose to live? That's my question. And I ask myself this all the time. When I'm in a situation where it's not going exactly how I had planned or hoped, and I start finding myself being in that victim consciousness, I get to stop in my tracks and say, wait a minute. Is this where I really want to come from? Is this how I want to create my life? No. And I get to choose something different. Everybody in this room has that capacity. Everybody. So, I'm keeping my talk a little short today because we did so much already. And as you come back week after week, you're going to hear more about these 4 stages of consciousness. I can tell you that the more I live in those stages 3 and stages 4, the more magical my life gets, including being here. It's no small feat to pack up your life. I've been in California for the last 40 some odd years. To pack up your life and put everything on a truck and pack up your wife and make arrangements for our fur kids to be cared for until they eventually come join us. And yet, as hard as it was, is as easy as it was. As hard as it was, is how everything moved with grace and ease. Even the drive here. The day before, if we would have left the day before, we would have been stopped on Donner Pass because they weren't letting people go through. There was so much snow. The roads were so bad. But we left the next day. If we would have left early in the morning, and we have friends that did, that had to put on their chains and sent us a text that said, bring chains. But we didn't. My wife is not a morning person. We left at the perfect time, you guys, the perfect time. We just got to sail right through that pass and enjoy the beauty of it. Yeah, it was a little bit slow, but oh my God, it was magnificent. Bright sunny day, snow everywhere, perfect snow everywhere, beautiful clouds. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see a picture of a cloud making a perfect heart with a tree right in the center, and I just shot that right out the window. So that's when those mystical, magical things happen. I know I'm on my path. I know I'm living my vision. So I get to do that with all of you. But first of all, there's a call to action. We get to be like the sassafras tree. We get to feed, heal, influence, be love, let our talents and gifts shine. Answer those tugs of the heart, those passions that are calling us. And importantly, recognize our own light and connection with spirit. Because as within, so without. When you get to come from that place of as me and through me, life will take you on magical journeys. I promise you. Keep coming back to hear more about that. And in my case, like I said, I'm living my magical journey right here in front of you. So I invite you, if you're comfortable, to close your eyes as we pray. Just taking in a nice deep breath together, breathing in. I just have to start with gratitude. Grateful for this amazing space and place we call our new home. Grateful for each and every congregant that stood and didn't stand, because this place stands on all those shoulders. It wouldn't have happened with each and every one in this room, and each and every one on Zoom or Facebook or YouTube or wherever they're partaking in this service. And I'm grateful for this beautiful band that brings these musical notes that are so heart-opening to let this prayer in. And I'm grateful to know that there is only one power, one presence, one love. It doesn't matter what you call it, whether it's spirit, universe, force, Buddha, Allah, Jehovah, God, Hashem, the way, light, love. This one is everywhere in everything. It's in every drop of snow, every drop of water. It's in every grain of sand. It's everywhere. Seen and unseen, heard and unheard. It's in every musical note. It's in every beautiful animal, whether it's hopping, flying, slithering, running, swimming, walking, crawling. This presence, this divine imprint of life is in every cell and every atom. It is expressing as me, through my voice, through every prayerful word that comes out. It's the cells and atoms that give my bones strength, my muscles strength, that beat my heart and give my organs exactly what they need to live in this body temple. And I know this is true for each and every beautiful soul in this room or listening to this at a later time, that you are one and the same. You are the I am that I am. You are that beautiful imprint, divine imprint of life is existing as you, through your hands, your feet, your mind, your life. You. And as each of us go into our work week, we take this beautiful truth with that capital T into everything that we do. Everyone that we meet, they get it. They see Spirit standing in front of them. They recognize and notice this light that is very, very strong. It's warm. It's welcoming. It's open. Because that is what we are today and all days. So, in this moment and every moment following, we have been reminded that we are love, we are light, we are spirit, we are one in the same, never to be separate, no matter what. For this is who we are, this is what we are, and I am so very grateful for answered prayer. So thankful that before I even opened my mouth to pray, the universe, Spirit said, yes, yes, this and so much more, yes. So I just lay these words down. I let go of the wheel. I let my human side just be quiet and still as my heart, my soul, my spirit lead the way. I surrender. God is, I am. And please say with me, and so it is. Amen.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, thank you. So it's that time of the service that we get to practice one of our practices, and that's the practice of giving. And the way I think about this is it's an opportunity, because I know that I can't get what's trying to come into my life if my fists are closed. I must be open. I must circulate. So this is your opportunity to circulate and do what feels good to you. Now, I do challenge my clients that I work with to give a little more. Not so much that they can't pay rent or something like that, but to just push it a little bit. And I challenge myself to do that too. So whatever it is that you want to give, I am grateful. It doesn't matter, you guys, if it's 50 cents, $50, $500. The point here is, for this practice, is consistency. So whatever you do, do it consistently. And I have the affirmation. The ushers are going to be coming forward. No, I'll figure this out, you guys. Day one, right? So whatever you're about to give, whatever it is, just hold your hand over your heart if you just do it automatically or you have something to give, and say with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Filled with gratitude, I let this be, and so it is. Thank you, ushers. Thank you, Robert, Sue, Carol. Thank you for being here.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free.
Let's hear some more from Mindy Dillard. What do you say?
All right. Well, so I really loved your talk, Reverend Cindy. I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad to meet you. I'm so glad you're here. Give her one more round of applause. I used to live in Berkeley, so one of my best friends lives near San Jose. But I'm really glad you're here now. Oh, cool. Wow. So I was reflecting on my own answering of the tug, of the heart tug, the divine inspiration, or whatever it is, and how that's something that's why I went to nursing school recently, and I just graduated like 3 weeks ago. So now I'm doing that, but of course I still have the heart tug for music, and so I think they come together in some way, and I'm not exactly sure how it all weaves together. But also, I haven't taken like the licensing test called the NCLEX yet for nursing school, so please pray for me, like every day, morning and night. I need those prayers. But okay, so speaking of nursing school, I was in nursing school, and then at the beginning of the semester, we had a crazy thing happen with my youngest son, Charlie, who was over there. He was crying a little bit, and he's not here, but this is in honor of him, kind of. He had this crazy, really hard thing happen, septic arthritis in his hip. Suddenly, he couldn't walk, and we didn't know what was wrong, and then we ended up in the emergency room. They're like, we think it's fine, but then we ended up there again, and then they're like, oh, he needs emergency surgery. He has septic arthritis. He needs a 5-day hospital stay and IV antibiotics. And it was really scary and stressful. And really, having my kid go under anesthesia is the worst thing I've ever experienced. I didn't even know what bad really felt like until then. But luckily, Charlie is okay. It took him 2 weeks, but he started to walk, and now he's running. He's fine. He's good. So I'm so grateful for the resilience. Yeah. But you know, it was hard to be in the hospital and be like nearly a nurse because I was so critical. I'm like, you know, all the things they did, I was like, did you do that right? Like, why are you doing that? You know, and I think I was pretty nice, but I was criticizing the bedside manner. I'm like, come on, guys. But, you know, Charlie's okay, and he's dancing again, and so this song celebrates that. Because especially when he was smaller, well, you're going to hear about it in the song, but he used to dance around almost naked or, you know, just wearing his diaper. So here we go. I think maybe I need a bumper sticker that's like, yeah, Frida. That happened at my concert the other night, too. Somebody yelled out that same thing. We're going to have to make it a tradition. Okay. Charlie dance. Charlie spin, Charlie dance around the room with no pants, a joyful smile on his face. Jumping on his little feet, scrunching up his dimpled cheeks, he's moving with such a clumsy grace. He's moving with such a clumsy grace. Dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie. I wanna see you dance. Spin round the dirty kitchen floor and through the hallway out the door. Toes tickle the grass in our front yard. Raise your arms up to the sky, you spinning top, my little guy. Your light is brighter than a star. Dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie. I wanna see you dance. Maybe you can sing on the chorus, I don't know. Haven't tried that with an audience yet. Let's try it again, ready? Dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie. You sound good. I wanna see you dance. Gap-toothed, blonde-haired, blue-eyed coy, spin through the sprinklers, get all wet. He likes it when I clap my hands. He spins around and around again. He don't need no complicated steps, no. Dance, dance, Charlie Pie. Dance, dance, Charlie Pie. Dance, dance, Charlie. I wanna see you dance. You guys are good at clapping. I love it. Charlie spin, Charlie dance around the room with no pants, a joyful smile on his face. Jumping on his little feet, scrunching up his dimpled cheeks, he's moving with such a clumsy grace. He's moving with such a clumsy grace. Oh, moving with such a clumsy grace. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Mindy. Mindy Dillard. Wow. Yeah. And pick up one of her CDs out in the foyer. You will be a happy person. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Reverend Cindy. What a wonderful new beginning, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So please stick around, take advantage of the luncheon, a little social gathering, and come on back next week. What do you say? Let's sing together our closing song. Everybody stand if you're willing and able. It's a big affirmation to close out. I am as God created me. 1,